Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the closed session of the Mayor and Council. It is Monday, April 10th, 2023. With that being said, the time of the closed session is today's date, April 10th, 2023 at 5 o'clock p.m. The place of the closed session, the vote will be held live on Facebook as well as here in the council chambers. Following that, we'll move over to the conference room for the discussion. Purpose of the closed session is discussion referencing the draft wage compensation classification study. And the time that we're going to return back to the public meeting is going to be today's date, April 10th, 2023 at 7 o'clock p.m. I hear a little echo. Is there an echo? Okay. Statutory authority for the closed session. This meeting was closed under the following provisions of the General Provisions Article 3-305B. Item number 1, to discuss the appointment, employment, assignment, promotion, discipline, demotion, compensation, removal, resignation, or performance evaluation of appointees, employees, or officials over whom this body has jurisdiction, or any other personnel matter that affects one or more specific individuals. With that being said, we'll open it up for any objections from the public. Seeing none in person, we did receive one via submission online. This came from, what's the name? I think Mr. Jason Walters, and that's correct. And I believe it says hold on one second, let me figure this out. The personnel matters exception, 3-305B, item number 1. This exception allows the public body to close a meeting to discuss various personnel actions with regard to or the evaluation of an appointee, employee, or official over whom it has jurisdiction, or any other personnel matter that affects one or more specific individuals. The discussion must involve individual employees. See example 13 of the Open Meetings Compliance Board Opinions number 14 and 15 from 2019. The exception applied to school board's discussions about the performance of its council, a school board employee. Discussions about the entire class of employees, even when the class is small, do not fall within the exception. See example 7 of the Open Meetings Compliance Board Opinions 131, 134 from 2011. See also 11 Open Meetings Compliance Board Opinions 38, 2017. And then there's a link to the Open Meetings Compliance Board document. We'll enter this into the record as well. It's available if anybody up here would like to see it. I believe our town council or a town attorney has received this as well. Do you have an opinion about whether or not?
This is the first I've heard of it.
Okay, so do you want the paper copy so you can look at it to see if can we pass that down?
Yeah. I mean, I certainly don't have the ability to research anything that he's citing here.
So I feel like I need to kind of weigh in here because...
Yeah, so then I'm going to open it up to the council as well, so go ahead.
Okay, so I, about 4:15, received a call from Jason Walter, a citizen of the town of Berlin, specifically questioning the closed session, and others did too. So I wanted to put an email together. What was just read, that email is an email that I sent to the group with the clause that he was citing.
Okay.
Okay,
So that wasn't his email?
No,
Okay.
I do not have it. I did not receive any email from him on this particular incident. He called my cell phone about it, and from back to rewinding 2 weeks ago, I believe that the guidance was to share any objection with the group.
Thank
so
you.
That's what I'm doing.
Thank you.
And so I just wanted what I sent to the group. What you just read is what I copied out of the Open Meetings manual as what he was citing. Okay, so
thank you for the clarity. I didn't understand if it was an email or if it was a phone call. So thank you.
So yeah, it was a phone call, and it was a formal. Well, it was a challenge to voicing an objection to the meeting. So that's why I just wanted to straighten that out.
Thank you for clarifying. Can we I'd still like to add your email if you don't oppose to
Sure.
it to the record.
Yeah.
David, have you had a chance to?
I've had a
digest?
chance to read this, but again, without the ability to read these opinions cited, I really can't give you an opinion.
Okay. So then, how did you feel about the statement of closure as it reflects to what we're wanting to discuss? Do you feel comfortable with that aligning?
I certainly did.
And how does
Do you
the
feel that way
group
now?
feel? Does anybody have,
Well, can I actually just read that since I
Yeah.
didn't have it there?
Yeah.
My concern here is the fact that in the exception, it says discussions about an entire class of employees, even when the class is small, do not fall within the exception. So, even if, in my opinion, even if we're talking about a specific group that affects one or more specific individuals, that is a class. So I do not believe that this qualifies to go into closed session based on this.
I have to agree with Jack. The last sentence, part of the last sentence you read, providing an explanation for closing this meeting. It talks about that affects one or more specific individuals. And I'm taking that to mean we would be discussing names of people. And for this, that's not the case.
I had the same call from Jason, and he texted me the opinion. Based on that, I would agree with Jack and Dean that we should not be in closed session.
thank you, Councilmember Nichols.
I feel like a broken record with the ending of the statement that Steve provided. And again, thank you for making that, for keeping the group abreast of what was happening. And Jay as well, because I feel that you were heading in that same direction. Thanks, guys. But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that any of us wouldn't, because we would do that, because I feel like that's what we should do. That last statement, where it mentions specifics, we're not, job specific, we all know who anybody in the town, for the most part, knows what job belongs to which person, but we're not giving out specific names. So I don't see where the need for closed is necessary following what that statement just said. But it's not, job specific, we know who the jobs are, but we're not giving specific quote unquote names. So that's where, for me, it made a difference.
And for the record, we were made aware of this around 4 o'clock today.
Thank you for that. Steve, do you have a thought?
Yeah,
I think by consensus, the group.
Right, the votes are there, and I would agree. I'm just concerned about the delay, and not having this conversation and formulating a plan for the council, especially for what's coming in or later in our meeting.
I agree, and I don't know how, I don't want to speak for the consultants, but I don't know how they'll feel with sharing the work product publicly. I will share with the group that I've asked Mary and Kelsey to make him aware that this may occur. And in the event that it does do that, I still, in an effort to move our budgeting process forward, I think it's important for the staff level to still meet with Rick and PayPoint HR to go over some of the things that we've asked for some follow-ups on. And we can report that out to the group following the meeting. But I think it's important. We still need to move our budget forward. And this is a very important part of that component. So
I think we should also hear from Dave when he has had time to research this.
I think so too, yeah, because it impacts
To do it tomorrow,
future.
I'm gonna need a copy of this because this is gonna be part of the record.
Yeah.
Assuming-
And I think that it's also going to impact the way that we move forward in the future, because our understanding is that this would fit. I don't know what those opinions say. I have not read them. Thank you for including me on that, Steve, early on. But yeah, so I think that just for a matter of formality, I do want to pull a vote since we do have an outstanding meeting. So I'll ask if there's any motion to close. Not seeing one, no second. Can I get a vote of those that do not want to go into closed session?
Well, I make a motion, we do not go into closed session.
Okay, there we go.
Second.
And then, so I got a motion by Councilmember Orris, a second by Councilmember Nichols. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Let the record reflect that the vote is unanimous not to go into closed session. And we will not meet in closed session, and we will return back to the public meeting Today's date, April 10th, 2023 at 7 o'clock PM.
So for this specific issue, we have to re-advertise it on the agenda, or?
Well, I think that since there has been, we're going to have to research the process for this, but I think since there was an objection, I think that we have to send this up the road, don't we?
I believe we do.
So in order to comply, and we'll follow all of those and figure out what the steps are. But with that being said, we can end the meeting.
Motion to adjourn?
Nope, there's no meeting. We voted
Yeah,
not
there's
to
no
meet,
meeting.
so.